There's something different with The Chosen in that people have a very personal connection to this story.
A lot of people are really going to enjoy the intimate moments that are intertwined in this historic moment.
I think it's going to be high intensity throughout this season.
They walk with Jesus on screen, but who walks beside them in real life? From secret relationships to surprising love stories, the cast of The Chosen Season 5 is finally revealing the truth. You've seen their faith, now discover the partners who stand behind their calling. The Chosen isn't just a show, it's a spiritual experience for millions. With Season 5 on the horizon, fans are more connected than ever to the beloved cast, bringing biblical stories to life. But off camera, these actors live real, deeply human lives, filled with love, family, and sometimes heartbreak. So, who are the real-life partners supporting them through fame and faith? Some keep their love lives private. Others wear their hearts on their sleeves. Today, we uncover the hidden stories behind the scenes and reveal the relationships you never knew existed. He plays the most iconic figure in history, Jesus Christ. And for millions of The Chosen fans, Jonathan Roumie has become a symbol of peace, humility, and spiritual depth. But off-screen, he's just as enigmatic. Despite rising fame, Jonathan remains intensely private about his personal life. There are no red carpet romances, no tabloid headlines, just a quiet man who often says, "I let God write the story." In interviews with CBN and church leaders, he's admitted to trusting God with everything, including relationships. So, is he married? In love? Dating someone in secret? That's the mystery. While some fans speculate, Jonathan has never confirmed a partner. Instead, he talks about prayer, humility, and waiting on God's timing. He lives with quiet intention, choosing faith over fame, even when curiosity swirls around him. And maybe that's the deeper message. The man who plays Jesus doesn't need the spotlight, because he follows the light. But still, what kind of love might exist in the heart of the man portraying divine love itself? Elizabeth Tabish has moved audiences to tears with her raw, vulnerable portrayal of Mary Magdalene, a woman broken, redeemed, and transformed. But what many don't realize is that Elizabeth's real-life journey mirrors her character in more ways than one. Before The Chosen, Elizabeth admitted to struggling, personally and professionally. In interviews with The Christian Post and CBN, she revealed moments of doubt, emotional pain, and feeling forgotten in the industry. It was this depth that made her perfect for Mary, and why fans connect so deeply with her performance. But what about her love life? Elizabeth has remained gracefully private, with no confirmed partner or public romantic history. She speaks often about healing, purpose, and self-growth, hinting that she's still on a personal journey, trusting God's timing for everything, including love. Could there be a quiet romance behind the scenes? Or is she still walking her path of rediscovery? One thing's for sure, Elizabeth Tabish doesn't just act redemption, she's living it, one step at a time. Shahar Isaac brings fire and soul to the role of Simon Peter, bold, impulsive, fiercely loyal. But behind the scenes, the man portraying this passionate disciple is a mystery in every sense of the word. Unlike many of his co-stars, Shahar has no public social media presence, rarely gives interviews, and shares almost nothing about his private life. Fans have scoured the internet for clues, relationship hints, red carpet dates, even old interviews, but come up empty. Is he single, in a quiet relationship, married in secret? No one truly knows. What we do know is this: Shahar is deeply focused on his craft, his heritage, and his role. And maybe like Peter himself, he's walking a path that doesn't need to be fully understood, only faithfully followed. Could the man behind the most intense apostle be hiding a love story as powerful as the one he plays? That's a story only time, and maybe Shahar will reveal. On screen, Jordan Walker Ross plays Little James, the apostle who walks with a limp and wrestles with his purpose. Off screen, he's living a story just as inspiring, one of love, resilience, and redemption. Jordan has openly shared his journey with scoliosis, cerebral palsy, and bullying. But through it all, he found strength in faith and in family. He's now happily married to his wife, Stacy, and together they're raising 3 beautiful children. Unlike many Hollywood stories, Jordan's love story is grounded in grace. He frequently posts about Stacy's support and their shared commitment to God and authenticity. Their relationship is a reminder that true strength doesn't come from perfection. It comes from perseverance and unity. Fans adore Jordan not just for his role, but for the real man he is, a husband, a father, and a walking testimony that love can thrive, even when the world says it can't. As Eden, the devoted wife of Simon Peter, Lara Silva brings warmth, strength, and quiet resilience to The Chosen. Off-screen, she channels that same energy into her real-life role as a wife and mother. Though Lara keeps her private life mostly out of the spotlight, she's shared glimpses into her world, highlighting the joy of motherhood and the balance between family and faith. Married and raising a young son, Lara often speaks about how her personal life shapes her on-screen performance. In interviews, she's mentioned how motherhood has made her more empathetic, especially when portraying Eden's moments of waiting, worry, and quiet faith. "I draw from my real emotions," she once said, "and I bring them to Eden." Behind every powerful scene is a woman who knows what it means to love deeply, sacrifice quietly, and trust fiercely. And that's what makes her portrayal and her real life so moving. Paris Patel's portrayal of Matthew, the thoughtful, methodical tax collector, has captivated fans with its emotional depth and vulnerability. But when the cameras stop rolling, Paris becomes something of a mystery. He's remarkably private, sharing little about his personal life in interviews or on social media. There are no public confirmations of a relationship, no flashy red carpet dates, just a quiet focus on craft, purpose, and faith. What he does share is his commitment to representing characters with integrity and his gratitude for being part of a series with such spiritual impact. Fans are curious. Is there someone special supporting him behind the scenes? Or is his heart solely set on the journey he's on now? Whatever the answer, one thing's clear. Paris doesn't need noise to make an impact. His quiet presence speaks volumes. While the lead actors of The Chosen often take the spotlight, the supporting cast is just as beloved and just as intriguing. So, who are they outside the robes and sandals? Noah James, Andrew. The calm and steady Andrew is played by Noah James, who keeps his personal life very low profile. He appears to be single and fully focused on his acting career. George H. Xanthus, John. George, who plays the Apostle John, is equally private. He rarely posts about his personal life, keeping fans guessing about what or who grounds him off camera. Abe Buenojala, Big James. Abe hasn't publicly revealed details about his romantic life, choosing to keep things simple and spiritual. Vanessa Benavente, Mother Mary. Vanessa balances motherhood and acting. She often shares family moments online, showing a deep love for both her home and her faith. Giovanni Cairo, Thaddeus. Known for his warm presence on screen, Giovanni is focused on his faith, friendships, and staying grounded. No confirmed partner, but a heart full of joy. So why do fans care so deeply about the real-life partners of The Chosen cast? It's more than curiosity, it's connection. These actors don't just perform, they carry sacred stories, portraying people who walked with Jesus, struggled with faith, and ultimately found transformation. Viewers see themselves in these journeys. So naturally, they want to know, who supports these actors when the cameras turn off? Who loves them when they aren't in costume? In a world obsessed with image, The Chosen offers something real. It shows humanity wrapped in faith, vulnerability, and redemption. And fans don't just watch, they walk with these characters. Learning about the actors' personal lives adds another layer of depth. It reminds us that behind every disciple, every tear, every prayer, there's a real human being, often held up by a love story just as powerful as the one they tell. Behind the robes, behind the miracles, behind the faith-filled performances are real people, living real lives. The cast of The Chosen reminds us that the gospel isn't just something they act out, it's something they often live. Some are single, some are married. Some walk quietly through love and loss. But all of them carry the weight of their roles with grace, shaped by the relationships and faith that define their off-screen lives. In the end, it's not just the story of Jesus that moves us. It's the hearts of those who bring it to life. And that's what makes The Chosen more than a show. It's a living testimony. Which cast member's story moved you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love discovering the faith, heart, and humanity behind The Chosen, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The stories on screen are just the beginning.